And now I wanted to revisit our choral count that we did in week 2. And we were talking about this notion of 10 times bigger, right? If we go from this column to that column, right, we're multiplying by 10. This column to that column, we're multiplying by 10. Whether it's 1 to 10 or even 11 to 110, 110 to 1,100. And this idea of the 10 or any number, right, times bigger, this is called multiplicative reasoning. And it's really important to understand this idea of multiplicative reasoning by thinking of things in terms of, you know, how many times bigger one number is than another. Because you might have also thought about, well, if I do, you know, 1 to 10, I can reason additively by saying, oh, that's only 9 more. 2 to 20 is 18 more. 3 to 30 is 27 more. And so we can see a pattern that way, but that type of reasoning is called additive reasoning. So I want to juxtapose, I want to compare, contrast this idea of multiplicative reasoning versus additive reasoning. And that's here. I don't know what happened to this slide. Oh, okay, it's just a little blurry. And so I just wanted to show these words for you. Additive reasoning is when you're like reasoning by adding or subtracting numbers, where multiplicative reasoning is this idea of, you know, 10 times bigger or 10 times less. And that's really important when we get to this, oh, sorry, too many. This little chart, right? This is our place value chart. Here's our decimal. And we want to see, and actually, sorry, I'm probably going to want to write down here, right? Our decimal point is right here. And what we can see is that when we go to the left in our place values, right? Place values, right? We're getting 10 times bigger, times 10, times 10, times 10. And likewise, so when we move to the left, we get 10 times bigger in all place values, going from millionths to 100,000ths, or even hundredths to tenths, right? We're 10 times bigger. But we can move left, ones to tenths, and we get 10 times smaller, right? Or divide by 10. Divide by 10. Likewise, thousands to hundreds, right? No TH here. So it's not the decimal point, right? But when you go right, we divide by 10, or you're multiplying by 1/10, right? It's 1/10 the size. And so that's a really important relationship to understand. And this is that multiplicative relationship. Place values have this multiplicative relationship. And then we'll clear some of this off. And now we can bring in the idea of exponents, right? This is 10 to the first power. This is 10 to the second power, right? Times 10. We had that times 10. Times 10 again, another power of 10 is 10 to the third, another power of 10, another power of 10, and another power of 10, right? As we move left, it's 10 times bigger. So we're gaining powers of 10. And now, or you can think about it again as when you're moving to the right, this is divide by 10, right? Or a 1/10 that power, divide by 10, divide by 10. So this is where, and you notice the exponents, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what would come next for following that pattern? 10 to the 0. And likewise, we keep that pattern going. -1, 10 to the -2, 10 to the -3, 10 to the -4. And this is where we get this idea of these negative exponents, 1/10 squared, right, this 1/10 or dividing by 10, 1/10 to the fourth, right, 10 to the -5th, 10 to the -6. So I just wanted to share this pattern of with the place values, so that way we can understand this multiplicative reasoning of 10 times bigger or 10 times less or 1/10 the size, and then connect it to the powers of 10 or just exponents in general, and how we get our positive exponents as well as our negative exponents. And a lot of people always wonder, why is anything to the 0 power 1? And we can take a moment to address that here too, right? This is 10. This is 10 times 10. 10 to the third is 10, right? 10 times 10 times 10. And so if you think about this idea of moving to the left is divide by 10, well, now, right, 10 times 10 times 10 divided by 10, now we only have 10 times 10, divided by 10 again, right? Now we only have 10, now divide by 10 again. 10 divided by 10 is 1. So, and then again, 1 divided by 10 is our 1/10. Keep dividing by 10, and that's where you see these now tens are in the denominator instead of in the numerator as they were to the left of the decimal point. And that's, again, how this connects to the positive exponents and then the negative exponents.